Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo. So keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show. Well, that started recording quick as shit. Holy moly. What's going on? It's Tuesday, June 24th, 9:49 p.m., 2025. And so the last few episodes, I've continued to forget to talk about something that I want to talk about. And that is the whatever you want to call it, the business revenue tracker down in the description. So every time I get paid with something to do with everything that I'm doing, I track the money and I put it there just to, document the financial side of things without always having to talk about it. And if you look at it, yesterday's episode, it says 7,741. And when I went through and actually added up every single one in my Venmo and through some other payments that I've gotten, so from Stripe and then from, it's called Wise, I think it is, Rise, whatever, what's it called? Show me the name of the fucking thing. What is this, Wise? What's the name of the app, bro? Wise. Small inconveniences like that, dude, always have the name of the app visible, bro. Shit's all good. So anyway, I went through and added up everything, and because I wanted to put it into a spreadsheet on Notion and see a graph, so I can just have that, because it's so simple. Like every time I get paid, I'm just gonna put in how much by who, what date is, and then I'll have a graph. I like shit like that. And so I went through and I added it up, and it turns out I am actually more than 7,741. And the total actually is, so I went through, and so if I take these two out, I gotta remove these two. Hold on. Okay. So anyway, so we are actually total 21. We are actually at, what's the total? Where the fuck is it? $9,110. That's total. And that's since December 20th, 2024. So that is just over 6 months ago. So 6 days and 6 months ago. And I thought that was really cool. And if you add in, I can't undo that. Why can't I undo what I just, hold on. Why can't I undo? That's not good. Version history. Okay, we're just going to restore then. Also restore databases on this page. All database pages and their properties from this version will be restored, which may impact other user data. Dude, what the fuck? I couldn't undo the deletions that I just made. So if I delete something, I can't just undo it? Okay, I guess I can, but I have to do it quickly? Oh, dude, fuck that. Okay, so anyway, beforehand, it was $9,110. Now I'm going to get paid from Trey this coming Friday, and then I'm going to get paid from Mina this coming Saturday. And when you add those in, I'm going to have a total of $10,155. So this month, I will officially cross the milestone of total revenue generated as kind of my own thing. I can't say that it's one business or that it's whatever, but it is me doing everything outside of a 9-to-5. So with fitness coaching, that's part of it. Because I made a little graph of this as well, but $150 of this has been from fitness coaching. The rest has been from everything that I'm doing now. So because I've only worked for Dawson for so little, it's been $188. PT Dom has been a total of $1,700, which actually is $2,700 because I have that $500 subtracted. and then I've got 1,900 from Trey, and I've got 6,200 from Emmy Fit, and that's pretty cool. So, looking at the graph and stuff, it's pretty cool because it looks like, for the first 4 months, I got $3,000, which I guess 4 months. First 4 months, $3,000. Actually, the first. Okay, well here's what's going on. So the first 5 months looks like about $5,600. This month alone has been the remaining. So this month alone has made up for half of the $10,000 total in the last 6 months. So you can say that I made 10 grand in 6 months, or you can say that I made 5 grand in 1 month. And what's cool is that I think months like this month are about to be, well, hold on. That's an obvious thing to say, but months like this month are going to be the norm, because I made $4,600 this month, and that is without a full check from without two full checks from Dawson, and without a check, an additional check from Trey. So if I had to guess, this would put me closer to $6,000 or $7,000 a month. So I think that's what I'm at now. But anyway, I totally forgot to mention that. So what you'll see down in the description for this episode is the $9,110. And then as I get paid, I'm going to add more. I thought I was pretty good at that, but I don't know where I missed. So, I guess the history books now are a little inaccurate. We're off by 1,000 or 2. But what I actually want to do is also, by what I mean by history books, is the description of these shows. I'm trying to be everything as it happens, but if those were wrong, then fuck, so my bad. But anyway, the other thing I want to do is go into my PayPal and look back to 2020 when I was actually getting payments for fitness coaching, because I talked about this. I think I can quickly find this episode too. I talked about this. Actually, no, I can't. I made $6,061 doing this. That's the name. Look, I'll go on my phone. So if I type in 6061, episode 248. I made 661. What? I made 6,061 doing this before, but I think I say wasn't trying. Episode 248. So I want to go back and find the dates of those as well, and then put that in, because that was over the course of, I think, a year and a half, 2 years, 2.5 years, I don't know, and add that into the graph, because that would really make the graph look cool, I guess. I don't know what the right word is. Definitely have some time. The fuck just happened? My Notion just refreshed. I wonder if it updated. How can I check if it updated? Let's see if it's being a pain in the ass. I don't know if it updated. Something just happened. I'm still playing music. Well, what's this? Yeah. It's motionless in white right there. Anyway, so I want to add that into the graph, and I know the total already, obviously. So 6,061 plus at the end of this month, it'll be 10,155. Obviously, if you throw in the $6,000 and stuff, I passed the 10,000 mark in May. So last month I passed it. But I don't know, man. I'm going to count it for sure, but this last sprint or whatever, it's the most recent. So I don't know. But total with the $6,061 and then the 10,000, what would it be? 10,000 doesn't tell me the total. Or I guess it would be 10,154. Oh, it's right here. 10,155. That's what it is. I already said that. Plus, hey Siri, what is 10,100? Hey Siri, dude, I'm so fucking upset at this shit. Hey Siri, what is 10,155 plus 9,100? Oh, god damn it. Hey Siri, what is $6,061 plus $10,155?
The answer is $16,216.
So that's how much I've currently made from business in the last 5 years. So obviously there was a big hiatus. There's a lot of years where I wasn't doing shit. But if you go all the way back from day one, then there you go. Now, if you want to throw in stuff for videography as well, I don't know. I don't know how much that would be. Maybe another 2,000. So I don't know. I'll have to go back and find that out because I would love to have that documented here. Obviously, I started this in October of 2023, so there's no videography shit here. That's long gone. I deleted those accounts, stuff like that. Still have all the videos though, so I'm not worried about that. Fun fact about that: there was a guy who paid me up front for I think it was video and photos because I just packaged them together. Paid me $400, and never made it never scheduled a time for me to film him. And when I tried to message him, he just wouldn't respond. And so he just paid me $400 and just does it. That's just weird. I actually was thinking about that today. I was like, what if he does this and then in the future he sees when people kick ass and then he files a report that like, hey, he offered me a service, never fulfilled it, and then he can sue me or something like that. And I know that's not how it works, but that's just what I think of. And I was thinking like, damn, that's pretty genius, dude. Wait till somebody makes it and then you just file a claim that they didn't, take your chances. Anyway, so yeah, made $100 in December, $1,300 in January, $1,200 in February, $700 in March, $300 in April, $2,000 in May, $4,600 total in June, and then next month's probably going to be $7,000 if I had to guess. So there's that. There was one more thing I forgot to. What was it? Oh, yesterday I had a team call with Mina, but it was for one, it was short. Two, there was very little talking from anybody except Mina. And I actually just remember this. It was actually pretty funny because it kept cutting out and he was getting, I don't know, sounded like he was getting irritated. But it was so short. I'm not going to put it in here. So that's why there was no team call recording. Also got a message back from Britzy. I sent that big long message that I talked about yesterday. She says, I hear you. This makes total sense. I'm still waiting to hear back from Brian Cole on this, just a heads up. And for the above, is that across the board or specifically to either Google Sheets or Notion? And I'm not going to read this whole long thing again, but it was just saying, hey, I want to work in Notion an hour a day. And I said, awesome, thanks for checking. The above long message is for Notion because I'm not doing any spreadsheet projects for them. It's all Notion. And then no response, which is, it's all good, but, communication's hit and miss, kind of sucks. It's all good, but it sucks. All good, but it sucks. But yeah, so today what I've been doing, and it has turned out to be one hell of a project, so yesterday I talked about how, the stuff for Dawson is done, stuff for Trey is done. Now all I have to do is just do it for Mina, and then I'm good. Everything else I make from here on out is all brand new, and I can just plug and play, and I don't have to do those transfer and relinking and all that shit. And oh boy. So what I did was I moved all of Mina's stuff here, I moved all of Mina's stuff into my own personal dashboard so that I could link it up, make everything the way it should be, and then push it back over. That way it's all linked in how it should be. But the problem is that when I transferred everything over, because that's what you're supposed to do so it all stays linked, I have to make a new master log. And because of that, I now have to relink everything anyway, because everything feeds off of the master log. And because I deleted, because I have to make a new one for the new system, that old one, I'm not going to just sit there and remake it. I'm just going to copy it. And that's what I did. So I did that. And in doing so, I have to relink every single view and database and everything manually. And oh my hell, dude, I thought for sure yesterday was going to be a quick one. and I was just going to, plug and play, maybe take an hour or two, but it turned out to be an all day thing, and I'm still going on it today. And dude, I'm so over this stuff, bro. I just like it's actually to that point where it's just like, holy fuck, dude, I don't want to. My will to work on this is so low. I found myself getting so distracted today. Anything to get me away from this, But I'm very close. But here's the positive. In doing all of this, I have learned more, and I have learned better ways to do things, and definitely going to change some things up. And I've already made changes to make things easier and make things easier for me especially. And yeah, so it's a good thing that this happened because I learned more. But also, dude, it's goddamn, So, yeah, I mean, unless you know what I'm talking about with Notion, you'll get a little orange caution triangle, and it says, hey, this is still linked to another database and another workspace. Be careful. And when I see that, it just means, oh shit, it's still linked to the other one. Now I can click on settings and then click on the source of the database, which is what I'm doing. And for some reason, when I click and move it, it just resets everything. It doesn't try to keep it, which I guess I can understand. Try to keep all the information the same, I should say. And then I have to go back through and change everything. And that is just mega, mega asshole. It's just mega big asshole is what it is. Let me see something real quick. If I have to do this. Okay, I think we're good. But yeah, so it's been a project today. I'm close to being done. What else do I have to do? Yeah, so what I need to do now is so what I'm going through is doing all the onboarding stuff because there's so much shit here and I just have to relink it. So I just have to do the client follow-up log, the group chat system, the follow-up group sort, and then weekly, biweekly, monthly check-ins, a couple graphs and charts and shit. And then there is some things that I would like to add to onboarding as well. Oh, here's a video of me. All right, what's going on? This is the Blue Coach onboarding process. I'm going to redo all these dudes. They're so ass. Yeah, here's a little triangle. So it says, this view references content from another workspace. Cross-workspace functionality is limited, so some content may not sync correctly. Shitty. So I have to go back and change all of these. But again, I have learned a lot, and in learning more, I'm making it even better than, it's a shitty thing, dude. It's just evolution. What I did for Trey and Dawson, I've learned more now, and I can't just copy paste. I have to go back there and manually do it. And that sucks, dude. And it's nothing that's life changing, but it is just some organization. And it's a bummer because I just manually doing it, that sucks, dude. I don't want to have to manually do it. It's not a huge deal, but it's also, I don't know, dude. It's like if you just grabbed a handful of grass from the lawn and you had to count each individual one. Like, that's easy, but it's just like, I don't want to fucking do that, bro. So anyway, know how to do it now. Things look a lot better, a lot more organized, and I like it quite a bit, actually. Got rid of so many formulas, and then kind of combined them all into one. I had a formula that said what day of the program they're on, and then another formula in another cell that says what week they're on, and then another formula in another cell that has what month and year they're on. And so I was like, dude, yeah, that's great, but what if I just made it all into one? So now it says day 10, little dot, little bullet point, space, whatever, week 2, month 1, which just means they're on month 1, they're on week 2, they're on day 10. So it's not cumulative. Obviously, if it says anything more than week or day 7, then it would say another week. That would be the highest, right? If you just keep counting a new week per 7 days. So day 10, week 2, it's just all 3 into one. So how many days they have left, any notes. Yeah, just small things. And anyway, Notion's badass, dude. And here's so I said a few days ago how I needed to start just watching videos on Notion to just see how other people do things and then to learn more. And I did that. And I found myself getting more annoyed at the fact that people were like, check out this tip. And it's like, bro, I've been doing that since 1980, you know? But then I would come across, what the fuck was that, dude? The fuck was that noise? Was that my nose? Hold on. Yeah, if you rewind 15 seconds, I think my nose did some shit. It was like as I was talking, so that's weird. Anyway, I was watching other videos or the same video, and they would come across another tip. And I was exactly right, dude. I would be watching something, they'd be sharing a tip or whatever. And then the way that they did that or showed it, I learned something from how they demonstrated how to do that from just like a keystroke or something like that. Small stuff. And I'm like, oh, holy shit, And then I found this 2.5 hour long video, if I remember correctly, and started watching that and learned a lot there. I wouldn't say I learned a lot, but it was just more like, oh, that's a good idea, just how to make things kind of work with one another. And yeah, so I think just doing that has already paid off. I'm definitely going to do it more. Need to almost take notes, have some practice grounds or make some test stuff, because I have a lot of ideas in my head of how I can make a crazy stats database with everything included. But I just feel like it would be so heavy and so demanding that it wouldn't be. I feel like because maybe I'm approaching it wrong, that I would just be approaching it so wrong, Like I'm trying to build a car when I can just go buy one. It's like I don't know that I can just go get a car. I'm trying to build one. So I'm trying to, I guess, learn more before I start trying to build spaceships and shit. But yeah, a few more things I want to build, and then I think we're good. Dude, part of me just feels so guilty though, because it's like today, truthfully speaking, I didn't do that much extra building for Trey or Dawson. But, other days, it's like that's all I'm doing. I think just 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I was just like 10 straight hours for the sales thing that I'm going to give to Trey and to Dawson. So if you want to equate that, it's like I almost worked fucking 5 days for Dawson in 1 day. So it's like it kind of justifies itself. So I don't know, dude. It's that I just feel shitty about it. But at the same time, I'm like, no, it's fine because I've been working so much. It is 100% justified for me to, if I work 10 hours, if I'm supposed to work, we'll just do easy math. If I'm supposed to work 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, that's 10 hours. If I work 10 hours in 1 day, I feel like then I'm cool to not work the next 4 days. I don't do that, but I do think that's okay. And what I mean is if I work 10 hours the first day, it's like, well, any more hours that I do put in, they're extra. And it's kind of like every coach is getting that extra, which is cool. So again, I feel completely fine doing this. I feel like every client of mine that I'm helping, they're getting a lot for what they're paying for, I would say. I'm not saying that for any other reason than I truthfully believe that. They're paying for 2 hours and I'm working all day. So I think maybe I ought to, that's why I presented that whole thing to PT Dom. Like, hey, let's get Notion going and pay me an hour a day, because that hour a day, what did I say it was? I guess it would be like $900, 30 times 30, right? 30 hours a month times $30 a day. If you throw in the 31.28, I think it's closer to it'd be like 948. Let's see. 31.28 times 30. 938. Which, dude, if I could just use some minus 500, it's 438. I talked about this yesterday, actually. I could just do 2 hours a day for them, dude. That'd be awesome. Because that would be a take home of $1,376 for me per month. That'd be great. Just that extra, Because I'm already doing stuff, man. And if they can just give me the green light that says anything I build is not their property, then I'm cool. I'm on board, dude. So, what else? What else, dude? Oh, okay. So this morning, I sound like a bitch saying this, but it's all good. I'm just going to document this. So this morning, I woke up, went to the gym, and with the intent to run. And then when I got there, there was a shit ton of people at the track, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And so I was like, "Okay, well, I'll just run the trail." And then so I ran a mile around the trail, and as I was approaching a full mile, I was like, "What if I tried to do the Murph today?" And for those who don't know, the Murph is a mile run and then 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and then 300 squats, and then you run another mile. And it's, dude, I feel bad even forgetting this, but it's for I can't remember who it was, dude. It's horrible. It's for some fallen lieutenant who died. I don't know. I don't know. I feel kind of disrespectful not knowing this shit, but all of that aside, it's a workout that, is intended to be done on Memorial Day in remembrance of this, I don't want to call him a soldier, this leader, this fallen hero. There we go. And dude, let's do this man some respect here. Load. What is the Murph workout history? The Murph workout is a famous CrossFit hero workout of the day created to honor Lieutenant Michael P. Murphy, a U.S. Navy SEAL who was killed in action in Afghanistan on June 28th, 2005. That's crazy because that's almost today. 20 years ago. Wow. During Operation Red Wings. Lieutenant Murphy was awarded the Medal of Honor for his heroic actions during the mission. He used to perform this workout regularly, which he called body armor. After his death, CrossFit renamed it Murph to honor him. It's now done worldwide, especially on Memorial Day, as a tribute to fallen soldiers. 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, 1 mile run. Optional, wear a 20-pound weight vest. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I tried to do this morning. I say tried because I got halfway through and I just couldn't catch my breath. I was getting lightheaded. I felt like I was going to throw up. And that's just because as far as weight training goes, I just don't think I've been taking that as serious as I should have been. And with all the focus on just cardio, I just feel like the weights have taken a hit. Strength has taken a hit a little bit. And honestly, ever since I made the pivot from fitness to this, like I've been so dialed into this, but I feel like fitness has been kind of on the back burner, especially the weights. So my strength was shit. Cardio is shit because it's always been shit, but I'm working on it. And so I made it halfway through. I did the mile. I got 39 pull-ups, 65 push-ups, 95 squats, so less than halfway. And what's embarrassing is that took me 40 minutes, dude. And I was like, no, I'm going to do this. I'm 100% going to do this. And I would do like 10 air squats and I just couldn't catch my breath. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I'd get down and do push-ups. Push-ups were fine. And then I would try to do pull-ups and like, dude, the strength is gone. I couldn't get more than like 5 at a time. And I was like, dude, this is so embarrassing. What the fuck? What's going on? I know what's going on. I'm being lazy. But all that combined, and I was just like, dude, I'm done. Holy shit. So part of me is like, dude, you shouldn't have quit. Don't be a little asshole. Don't be a little pathetic, little wussy, But I walked off and then got in my car and then went and got a drink and then went home and stuff like that. But anyway, I gave it a shot this morning and realized that I have got a lot of training to do, but I will absolutely do one this year. I think this would be fun to, I don't know, dude. I think it'd be fun or not fun. I think it'd be very effective or something to look forward to if you did that like once a week. Obviously, I got to get myself to a point where I can do it once, let alone once a week. But, dude, I don't know. It's just I'm not talking about building strength or endurance or anything like that. It's just a very good mental toughness workout, dude. Like run a mile. For me, that's hard. The 100 pull-ups, it's pretty hard. 200 push-ups, that's honestly not that bad. The 300 air squats, fuck all that. and then I'll run another mile, which again, horrible. But I don't know what a good time for that is. What's a good time? What are good time frames? What are good? I want to say good times. It's not going to. What are good times to complete a Murph for a male in his 20s? God damn, dude. I'm ass. Okay, elite, competitive CrossFit SEAL level. Under 35 minutes with a vest. Games athletes often finish around 32 to 35 minutes. That's insane. Very fit, strong athlete, 35 to 45 minutes. Above average, regular gym goer, solid endurance, 45 to 55 minutes with vest. Average, decent fitness, no vest, 40 to 55 minutes. Average? That's average? Dude, that's average. Took me 40 minutes to do not even half. Beginner or first timer, 60 plus minutes, no vest, often partitioned heavily. Notes: wearing a 25 vest is considered RX as prescribed. Top CrossFit game athletes have done sub 35 minute Murph with vest. Yeah, okay. So I think if I can finish this in less than 2 hours right now, I think that's good. So anyway, I would like to just do it because it's tough for sure. I'm outside, love that, and it's just it's tough, and I quit today, So definitely something we're gonna have to conquer. But anyway, that's happened this morning. So there's that. What else, dude? I think that's it. Yeah, I'm calling it. That's the show. Thanks, guys, for listening. Talk to you tomorrow. Peace.